Why? The questions I am to answer. Why did we choose First Baptist Church? What keeps us here? How do we experience community here? Why contribute our gifts and offerings? How would I invite others to a richer church experience? I hope all of these questions will be answered in my statement. As in many of the great steps in our lives, we came because of my wife Gabriela. Then kind friends like Ann Garner welcomed us, and then, once in the process of becoming members here, and we had never been members in any other church, it was our beloved Pastor Michelle McClendon. Notice the trend, women, always great women. But of course, the great protagonist is our Lord Jesus Christ. He practiced what in modern language I would call his great sense of physical and intellectual diversity. He surrounded himself with the sinners and the sick and the possessed and even the enemy, for example, the Roman centurion, and the so-called impure, for example, the Samaritans. He attended to all of them, never a harsh word. He reserved that mostly for the Pharisees, only love and peace. But mostly, he chose to depend on women. He led one of them, his mother, to give him his humanity, cell by cell. He chose several of them to be with him when he was dying, one of them to rediscover him after his resurrection. Again, even in the case of a despised nation, he requested help from a Samaritan woman who had been in serious personal trouble, and he sent her away with hope in her heart to announce his presence to the rest of her people. He chose women to advise him, even to scold him. In example, his mother and the woman from the Canaan. He led a woman to physically take care of him in a most tender way. He allowed for two women to extract from him the mother of all miracles, pun intended, to bring back to life the brother who was not only dead, but already interred, or shall we say encaved, as he himself was going to be. As our Lord Jesus Christ, this church does not disparage against women. It invites women to be apostles, pastors, leaders, and ministers. The majority of the Stephen ministers are women. This church brings women from other churches to lecture and to preach. We want to raise our daughter Camila as a Christian woman in a church where women can be leaders and where a successful youth ministry attends both to women and to men, with women in its staff. How could it be any other way? How could others, as it was in the case in our former experiences, insist on another way with women held back as in the Middle Ages? God bless First Baptist Church of Greenville, its women and men.